Hello. It's been a while after I was exhausted after the last stream. That's usually a lot of a lot of nerves lead up to the 8 streams. I always got to do better than the previous year, and I think this year was maybe probably the best one that I ever did. I showcased over like at least 25 different games, I think, maybe? I didn't get a total count of everything, but man, it took the piss right out of me. So today we're jumping back into some normalcy with Final Fantasy XIV. You know, my guilty pleasure modern game that I like to play a lot. No one's perfect. No one could be an excellent streamer that plays a really cool game every single day. Sometimes you gotta fall back on the simple comforts in life, such as your guilty pleasure of a modern game that everyone hates, and mine is Final Fantasy XIV. I am a MMO player. I like playing MMOs. If I never got into MMOs, I would probably be a better person. Never get into MMOs. Never play MMOs. They suck ass. You're better off just focusing on your education. Which, I'm not a dropout or anything. I focused on my education and all that. But I'm just saying, I could have been a better person, maybe, had I never played MMOs. But yeah, hello Sayamalo, hello Scarf the Smith, hello anyone else out there lurking right now. You know, I balance school life and I balance MMO life. MMOs growing up were just kind of like the duality back when the internet wasn't really a popular thing. How do I say this? When I was growing up, the internet was just kind of like this little normal thing that, well, it wasn't a normal thing, it's just this weird thing you had on the side, like, if you had it. And when I got off of school and came home and, you know, I would do my homework at school when I could. I didn't really do much at recess. I was just like, yeah, no, I'm not a very active person. I'm just gonna stay in class and work on my homework. That's the point. It's homework, Rick. You do it at home. No. You can do it at school too. I didn't have friends in school. I didn't like. I lived a very lonely, secluded life. My social life after school was in MMOs. So, yeah. I was pretty much all study in school, and now I'm in my full party phase. Not that I'm living life or particularly having a very crazy party or going to crazy party. No, I'm still just a lame nerd that sits at home all day and plays video games. Here, we're at the beach. Wow. So today, what I have for you guys in Final Fantasy XIV is we have the Moonfire Faire for 2026. It gives you a new mount this year, which I have some criticisms of. I very much would have preferred a Chocobo floaty as a mount instead of a Moogle floaty. I'm still kind of pissed off that of all three, they choose the Moogle. I will probably get into those thoughts once we get into the game. But I'm pretty sure in future years, the reward will probably end up being a Chocobo pool floaty too, and the bomb pool floaty as well, when they need to pull something out of their ass real quick. But, you know, really missed opportunity giving us a Chocobo mount. You know, like a non-traditional Chocobo mount. I would have loved it. I love birds. I love Chocobos. Chocobos are iconic. Hello, Prisma. Oh yeah, I've been having like this issue where I can't even get into Costa del Sol on Balmung because everyone and their mother is throwing roleplay events, and it's actually, they didn't create multiple instances for Costa del Sol, so for once in Final Fantasy XIV's life, well, at least a Realm Reborn zone is completely packed, and you can't get into it whatsoever on like more populated servers, I guess. I don't know if it's just Balmung, but for some reason, yeah, I just can't get into it. So I'm gonna be over on a different world today. Trying to think of like what else I could say, but I've just been honestly sleepy and relaxing. I haven't even like made a thumbnail for the previous stream yet, but it's already uploaded and timestamped on YouTube, and I'm like kind of just being a lazy bastard. I can't for the life of me just want to pick up my tablet pen and make anything. It sucks. It sucks. Where did my motivation to draw go? Oh right, the internet started sucking ass, so I lost all motivation to draw. Twitch is gonna be training everyone's content, or training its AI with everyone's content. They recently just released the toggle, which is on by default, so now you have to toggle it off. You have to opt out, but you know, they've already harvested everyone's data probably like 2-3 years ago, before nuking the hosting services of everyone's old VODs, which really sucks ass. And you know, that little opt-in, opt-out thing, they're scraping the last of your data they can off your channel before you toggle that off. And who's to say it's even opting you out of anything? They probably got all the information they need already. It's, you know, stuff like that. I remember when DeviantArt tried to do the same shit, and the user base clapped back, and they're like, that's fucked up. Do you know how many of your users are inactive? And how many people that used to use this website have died? So you're taking a dead person's work, opting them in by default, and they have no say. They're not giving you any actual permission, and they can't revoke any permission you are giving yourself to essentially profit off of their work and use their work in your AI training models. It's honestly fucked up. Twitch, of course, bad decisions all the time. They don't give a shit. They're not gonna... By the time you're able to opt out, all the damage is already done. They've found a legal loophole that allows them to take all that they need from you before you can turn it off. And probably by opting out of it, they're gonna give you 5 times the ads or something, or they're gonna deboost your channel when you're streaming. And I mean, this also counts for viewers as well. If you're a viewer, I highly recommend also just opting out of it if you can, because all your chat messages are going to feed into this AI database. Or else, you know, you could say some really fucked up shit and mess with the AI training, and you know, it'll be funny when we catch Twitch AI saying slurs and doing all kinds of like really nasty, abhorrent things. I'm just saying, you know, you gotta fight fire with fire sometimes. Okay, no, I gotta stop being evil. I gotta stop being evil. We've seen what happens when people try and train AIs in the past. Leaving it open to the chaoticness of humanity often leads to very, very, very funny results, and these corporations are always too fucking stupid to realize the extent humanity will go through to have a fucking laugh. Even if that laugh is probably a little morally questionable sometimes. Anyways, I forgot to prepare the thumbnail screen for Final Fantasy XIV, so we're not gonna have the card art or anything, but that's fine, I don't care. We're just gonna hop right into Final Fantasy XIV. Oh wait, let me set up my phone real quick. I'm getting more and more scuffed with my streams. Like, I just don't give a fuck anymore. I'm in my don't give a fuck arc. I mean, I still give a fuck. Here, let me move into position. Get extra small today. Oh, it's a nasty, cloudy day. Damn. Oh well. I tried to time it so that it would at least be daytime when I did this quest. Anyways, let me turn the music back on before I forget. Yeah, we have the Yokai Watch event making a return. Square Enix doing more for Yokai Watch than Level 5 has done in the past decade. Dead franchise. Keeps surprised they keep bringing this back, but they didn't give the last 4 new classes any weapons or minions to grind for, so honestly, I do not know why they bring this event back, like, at all. Okay, what do you got for me? Earning your water wings. Come rain or shine, ceaseless, unrelenting shine. Mayaya Moriyaru will ensure adventurers are aware of the Moonfire Faire. Ahoy, Rickubus! Wouldn't you rather be frolicking in the ocean waves and sweltering in the sun-baked Lominsian streets? Luckily, the Moonfire Faire is once upon us once again. Sweltering streets, you say? This is looking more like Europe right now. As well as providing respite from the heat, the fair has become an opportunity for the Adventurers Guild to demonstrate the skill and capabilities of its members, including your fine self, to the people of Eorzea, whether potential petitioner or prospective recruit. Our star attraction is the Queen Lamin, a ship fully remodeled into an ultimate seaside resort. Relaxation, refreshments, and giant cannons. It truly has everything. Suffice to say, I certainly wouldn't be standing around in this heat if not for my duties. Get yourself down to Costa del Sol and speak with the Grand Chaperone, Moga, to join the summer fun. I never know how to pronounce that guy's name. Hopefully the weather is a little bit more okay in Costa del Sol. We will see, we will see. Watch it be foggy there as well. I didn't even put together a new glamour for this year. Chances are last year... Oh wait, no, oh, it's a clear, beautiful, sunny day. Perfect, perfect. No rain, no clouds, just beautiful blue sky in Costa del Sol. One of my favorite zones, if not my favorite zone of A Realm Reborn. Hoo-hoo-wee. If you're expecting me to do any sort of jumping puzzle, fuck right off. I don't give a shit about that crap. If there is a reward tied to it, then maybe I would do it, but I do not care about bragging rights. Ah, Rickubus. Moyaru roped you in again this year, did he? Always glad to have you on board. The Moonfire Faire is a roaring success. Let's take a look around. Talk of the Queen Lamin's splendors has spread far and wide, and folks have journeyed from across the realm to see it. A fine thing to be sure, still expecting those who've never so much as smelled a sea breeze to plunge headfirst into the spray. Well, it don't always go to plan. We can't have anything impacting the guild's reputation, be it injuries, drowning, or boredom. So we've thought up a way to ease our less confident guest into the season a little more gentle-like, and we can use the help of an adventurer such as yourself to convince them that the terrors of the deep won't be terrorizing these shores anytime soon. You remember Pobiano? She's down on the sands below, and I'm sure she'll be more than happy to give you the details. I don't remember her. I honestly don't remember anything about last year's quest, so she's a returning NPC. I think I probably forgot about her. Oh! Drown. Yeah, just the play dead emote is definitely on the real cash shop, like one of the best emotes you could buy for the game, hands down, because you could just do funny things. It has a funny drown animation when you're in the water too and everything. It's like the ultimate I feel defeated or man this sucks kind of emote. Wiping too many times at one of those extreme trials or a raid fight. Just play dead to feel better. Oh, went right past the quest. Oh, if it isn't Rickubus, how lovely to see you. Yeah, okay, I'm remembering her, I think she was in the title card art. Hiramaga sent you along, did he? Perfect timing. Many of our fair goers aren't terribly confident around the water, you see. Swimming classes are already on offer, but even getting into the ocean is a step too far for particularly nervous guests. First things first, we need to show them that they can enjoy being beside the seaside. Allow me to introduce. Our inflatable Mog Raft, proud vessel of the Watery Wings Pleasure Cruise. I wanted a Chocobo instead! Why the Mog? Adorable and practical, if I say so myself. Spacious enough for guests of any size to lounge comfortably above the water, listening to the lapping of the waves with the sun on their face. Who could fail to fall in love with the ocean? Though being dragged out to sea wouldn't be terribly relaxing either. We've employed magics to set the rafts on a predetermined course around the shallows. One we ensured was free of ferocious wavekin. There's like a shark out here that swims around too, it's funny. Still, the creatures of the sea are nothing if not unpredictable. For additional security and peace of mind, I'd like a member of the Adventurers Guild to act as an escort. Which brings me to my request. How would you like to be our resident tour guide turned bodyguard? Don't worry, I've seen that shark. He ain't shit. I think he has no collision on it. He'll just swim right through you. Wonderful. I can rest easy knowing our cruise is in good hands. Our fine guests are already waiting on the opposite shore. Just let the chaperone know I sent you, and we can get the Watery Wings Pleasure Cruise underway. I'll wait for your arrival at the end of the route. I'm keen to hear how our guests enjoy the maiden voyage. Voyage. Did it get cloudy? No, it's still sunny. I love this little guy. Where are they? Here they are. We have these as mounts now. I don't have one yet as a mount. I should probably just go buy one off the fucking market board. I wonder how, like, expensive they are. Let me check real quick. Let me check. I'm curious. Colibri. I'm using a website that lets me look at all the market boards, and okay, they're around 2 million for one of the horns right now. Cheapest would actually be on Balmung. Maybe after this I'll go grab one. Yeah, Costa del Sol, when I was playing A Realm Reborn for the first time, I would just find every like fascinating little bird creature and take a screen cap next to them. Somewhere out there, forget where they are, but the Apkalus, which is, there you go. This little guy right here. These guys are running around on the shoreline somewhere. Love these little guys, so. When I learned there was a sightseeing log that rewarded you a minion of this guy, I had to go out and do it, as painstakingly painful and annoying as the Realm Reborn survey points are. The sightseeing log in A Realm Reborn is a true challenge, but I'm sure nowadays there's websites that track when they're open and available to do, because sometimes you need certain weather patterns, and sometimes you need like specific times of days to overlap that you'll basically be... Oh, it started raining. Well, so much for a pleasure cruise, but I guess this is appropriate for me. What was I saying? Yeah, there's like open windows for certain sightseeing logs, and you'll probably be waiting an entire day for some of those to open up, because they Much like the fishing in Final Fantasy XIV, there's some ridiculous windows. I think there's a rare fish that is only ever available like maybe every 3 months or something. Something ridiculous like that. That would make me... This is why I don't get into fishing in Final Fantasy XIV. I think it's a little bit too much. It's a little bit too much. Let's continue the quest. Might you be the adventurer escorting our guests? Thank you for agreeing to help. The 2 young ladies here have come all the way from Gridania to attend the fair. However, as soon as our Mikote guest spied the ocean, she became quite agitated. I can't see her boarding the raft in this state. Perhaps it will set her mind at ease to know such a stalwart adventurer is to accompany her. Would you be kind enough to speak to her? I can't do it. Just look at how deep it is. I'll sink in like a stone. And I'm sure I heard someone talking about the dangerous wavekin. No, I can't. Come now, Lo. It'll be alright. We won't stray far from the shore, remember? And look, here's our adventurer escort. I do apologize. She was looking forward to this, but the sight of the ocean seems to have awoken some kind of instinctual fear. I just don't know how to reassure her. I can fell anything in this ocean with a single strike. Really? With that kind of confidence, he must be incredibly strong. Yeah, I've killed a god or 2. Alright. I'll trust Rickubus and ride the Moogle. I'm heartened to see her fears have assuaged. Once your own preparations are complete, please give Miss Ivan the word. The Mogcrafts are ready and waiting. They said these follow a predetermined course, so I don't suppose it'll matter if a novice like me takes the lead. Rickubus, I'll trust you have our backs. You promise to stay right behind me, okay? You have to promise. I promise. That shark ain't shit. He'll just phase right through you. The nice adventurer is right here. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine. Look at the scenery. Doesn't the beauty calm your nerves? This isn't a very happy, fun summer adventure. Buildings atop the ocean? How did they stop the posts from rotting, I wonder? The breeze must feel so nice up there. How different everything is to Gridania. Gridania is still my favorite town. Even a crab. I've never seen one like that in Twelveswood Rivers. Where? Oh, I missed it. I'll have to keep my eyes peeled. If you go to that beach across from here, there's a bunch of crabs everywhere and apkalus. Beds on the beach? Now that sounds more my speed. I could doze right off to the sound of the waves. I would like to doze off to some sounds of the waves at a beach. There's the giant man-eating crabs over there. Swimming classes. Oh, I would love to learn how to swim, as long as we don't go too deep. Let's do it. Not that we've overcome this, we can do anything together, Lo. Yeah, quest NPCs from the previous year. Are we supposed to be heading right for that massive ship? That's the Queen something or other. Oh, even. It's amazing. Oh, it went by too fast for me to read. This year's quest, I'm pretty sure, is excruciatingly short. Welcome, welcome. How did you enjoy your first ocean voyage? It was wonderful. The feel of the raft swaying with the leaping waves was exhilarating, and the Queen Lamin is so imposing up close, it took my breath away. I saw the most unusual creatures, and everyone looks to be having such fun playing in the sea. Honestly, you'd never know she'd been about to run for the hills before you turned up. Thank you for giving her the courage to enjoy herself like this. I'd probably be the same. I'm terrified of deep water. Well, I'm tempted to go for another ride. Following the same route again might get a little stale. Perhaps it would be fun to have something else to do during the cruise. What do you think, Lo? Why, we can do anything you like, Ivan. I'm perfectly at home on the high seas now, but maybe nothing too adventurous. That's an interesting suggestion. If the Watery Wings pleasure cruise offered different activities, it might keep guests coming back to ride again and again. Sorry it was raining during it. Did the ride over here give you any inspirations, Rickubus? A parallel course. No. Small handheld water cannons to drench your companion. Sprays your white t-shirt. Perhaps it would work on the beach, but I don't think I'd be able to relax and enjoy the scenery if someone was firing upon me from the entire cruise. Come on, Even. It would be such fun. Don't tell me you're afraid of getting wet. Reminds me of a, what is it, like a raft ride at a Six Flags theme park. And then there's like an area with actual squirt cannons that you could put 25 cents in or whatever, and when people would pass nearby, you had to carefully time your button press, and if you got it just right, you would basically blast people in the face with water. I got so good at timing that down, and I was such a fucking asshole, because one time I literally blasted the sunglasses off a dude's head with a well-timed water cannon. After that, I stopped and I'm like, okay, we gotta get out of here. If that guy finds me, he's gonna fucking kill me. Since we have everything set up, we could always tailor the experience for different guests. Perhaps we can offer the water cannons as an advanced option, assuming all participants are willing. Any other ideas? Listen, people would do it to me, so it's only fair, you know, I give back to the world. You were basically, like, consenting to getting wet if you're riding a water ride, you know? A perilous course lined with bombs. What? Bombs? The poor Moogles will pop. We'll be swallowed up by the sea. Don't worry, Vorday's already over. You're not gonna get swallowed up by anything. Ha, Rickubus. Bombs at the Moonfire Faire? Surely not. Don't worry, that's just the adventurer's sense of humor. Any other ideas? Some cold treats to snack on? There are sweets made of ice? That sounds perfect in this heat. But I wouldn't want to drop them overboard with how the raft sways. Indeed, foodstuffs may not be a good fit for the Watery Wings pleasure cruise, though a refreshing juice might be just a thing to stay cool and hydrated, so long as as long as we're not prone to spilling. Any other ideas? A guide giving information about the local area. There's a giant man-eating crabs. There's the shark that swims right through you. There's a bunch of fish. There's an island. That sounds lovely. I did wonder about the architecture and fashion of Costa del Sol on the way here. Everything is so unlike Gridania. I'd love to learn more about the ocean flora and fauna too. Well, that's a fish, and that's a fish, and that's coral, and that's a fish. I do like fish though. I love looking at aquariums. I love aquarium dates. Not having much of those these days. Yes, a leisurely chat may make the experience even more relaxing, and it seems like the appeal to visitors unfamiliar with Costa del Sol. Any other ideas? It couldn't possibly be any more fun. Well, that's given me plenty to think about. Thank you three. I'm confident we'll be able to make an even more pleasant pleasure cruise. Come on, Ivan. Let's go and look around the Queen Lamen. Have you seen that giant water slide? You don't want to get something to eat first? I don't know what they're serving here, but it smells amazing. That sounds like my cue to show our guests around the Queen. Would you mind letting Herr Maga know how things went? Thank you, and I hope you'll enjoy the rest of the fair. It is like one of those quests that literally end the moment you get out of this cutscene. It's just walk up to the NPC and talk to him again. And here's your reward, asshole. It's such a nothing burger kind of quest. Which means the Halloween event this year might have more effort put into it. That or the Christmas event. They always kind of, go all in on one of the several events, and then the other ones kind of get less effort put into them. Yeah, this right here, I wanted this as the mount. This is fucking adorable. Why didn't we get this as the mount? Get off the... This chocobo is amazing. This would have been the cutest mount ever. And I mean, the bomb is cool too. It's kind of cool. Bombs are iconic. I like bombs. Bombs? But no, we get this stupid fucking thing. I'm angry. I'm angry. I wanted a chocobo. Enjoy your cutscene, jackass! Hi, Prisma. I forgot to turn friend names off. It doesn't matter. Sounds like those Gridanian lasses had a grand old time. As did you, by the wistful look on your face. No need to ask, friend. Here, I've secured an inflatable Mogcraft for you as thanks. The magical limiters have been removed, so you can take a piece of Costa del Sol summer with you wherever you go. I was so excited that we entered the area and it was like clear blue skies, and then it turned into a fucking like rainstorm. That's very fitting for me, though. I bring my depression with me. If I know adventurers, which I do, then you're no doubt thinking of all the unlikely and wildly inappropriate places you could ride this beauty. I won't ask, just remember, safety first, you hear? Oh, but before you go floating away to the ends of the universe, it seems like the word spreads fast. Fairgoers are clamoring to ride the Watery Wings pleasure cruise. If you've the time and inclination to escort some more guests, the help would be more than welcome. Either way, I hope you enjoy the rest of the fair. Perhaps I'll even take the old Mogcraft for a spin myself and admire the queen from a more intimate angle. Haha. Cool flips, buddy. There you go. How are you enjoying the fair, Rickubus? Fancy another jaunt on the Watery Wings pleasure cruise? Of course you do. Our man on the coast said word that some folks turned up looking to ride the Mogcrafts, and then they heard they'd be joined by an adventurer. They requested you by name. You know the place. Just as long the shore from Costa del Sol, head on down there, and when you're ready, make sure your friends enjoy the ride. But I wonder if this is one of those things where it's multiple NPCs. At least the rain will show this off while it's wet, I guess. Oh, you can't mount in this location. Created by the Moonfire Faire, the inflatable Mogcraft was originally a simple device for lounging on the water. When an incident occurred which saw riders swept out to sea, however, it was decided that the units would be fitted with wind crystals, that festival goers may fly to safety in the event of an emergency. All kinds of things come floating in on the waves. Zukin. Now, when it comes to inflatables, I like them. Not in a fetishy way, but I've always liked pool floaties. It's a really nice texture on the skin. Ever since I was a kid, if I ever went swimming anywhere, I would like, you know, little inner tubes or little inflatable creatures to ride on. And then you grow up into an adult and you use the internet and you see like, oh, there's people that fetishize this stuff. And then when you say like, oh yeah, I love inflatables, I love pool floaties, people look at you weirdly and you go, not like that, I just think they're cute. I just like the way that they feel. They're like a summer companion piece. I promise. I promise. But let's see. Let's see. My oldest pool toy was a kind of like a weird creature that apparently I named Bambi. It's like this very colorful polka dot horse pool floaty thing. And I really wanted it, apparently, when me and my family were down at this vacation town from my childhood. And so there's like old pictures of me riding on top of this thing. I don't know if we still have it. If I ever find it, though, I will cherish that thing if it still works. Ah, Rickubus, thank you for agreeing to escort our next guest. They were quite insistent that you be one to join them. It would have been good to have the Chocobo floaty since it's the first mount we ever get. That's what I'm saying! Chocobos, and like, it would have made more sense to have Chocobos. Their identity? Yes, they were quite distinctive. Piratical pair, 3 esteemed figures in the Adventurers Guild, a refined Elezen couple, a duo of Garlean defectors, 2 imposing Oh, I think I know what some of these characters are. Okay. A piratical pair first. If you'll wait but a moment, I'll inform them that their escort has arrived. They're pirates, they're used to the rain. Listen here, Carvelian, you spineless cod. This is a challenge, a test of your courage. If you have any other under that puffed up shirt, don't you be go getting any funny ideas, you hear me? I dare say the entire beach heard you, though I remain skeptical that a seasoned pirate should find anything in these shallows to test their mettle, unless some manner of ambush lies in wait. I wonder if anything different happens, like a crab pops out and goes ooga booga booga. Time to see what you're made of, you lily-livered fop. Keep your eyes on me. Indeed, I must observe her keenly till I can discern her true motive. Thus compelled to look upon her unrefined this test of an... Oh, what's with that look? I'll cut your eyes out, your gopping face. Pay more attention to your surrounds, unless you want me to haul your arse back out to the brine. I would rather a watery grave than accept the hand of a siren, and I rather suspect I could... Oh my god, fucking pirate speak is hard. Still, the fair is remarkably peaceful this year. 'Tis well given the Kraken have provided our financial backing. I can just imagine me girls and their little ones splashing about. Not a bad life. If memory serves right, this is like a couple. But they don't want to admit they're a couple. Sorry, excuse for a pirate like yourself could stand to have a... Oh. Whatever, I give up on reading. I hate when they do this thing where the dialogue fades too fast, but it's on a predetermined path. It's there if you want to read it. Oh, I fail to see how a pleasant ride around the coast was a test of anything more than my patience. Perhaps inspecting the outfitting of the Queen Laman would be more valuable use of my time, if you will excuse me. He's like a dense motherfucker, and she's like, man, I fell in love with this clown. Did you hear that? Pleasant, he says. I'd best be thinking of me next challenge if the coward's got the stones to face me. Whatever floats your boat. Let me take a quick little detour. Give it some time for the rain to maybe fade away. What's the weather? It should be like fair skies next. It's Eastern Lenosia, right? Yeah, it's Eastern Lenosia. Colibri. Ah, shit. I gotta stop back at Balmung real quick. My home world. I'll show you guys. Like I'm not kidding around by the congestion of the server. It's really fucking bad. How much is it here? Colib. Oh, it's actually cheaper here by like 1 gil or whatever. Let me take out 2 mil. Just so I have some spending change left over. I don't care if it gets any cheaper. This is kind of like cheap enough already. Chances of me getting this thing are very low. Yeah, let me try and teleport there now to show you guys. Coastal del Sol. If it works, I'm gonna be pissed. Yeah, player limit reached at destination. Please try again later. This is why I was over on Malboro. Because this server seems a lot more lower population. I don't know what the Crystal Data Center's least populated server is, but Balmung is probably the heart and soul of the entire data center. Where's my colibri? Get out here. You're getting added to. Oh, I gotta really like redo my favorites list on my mounts. Look at this guy. I love him. It's no longer raining too. It's such a funny mount. I love it. Oh yeah, here we go. Look, we get the fireworks now. It's a beautiful clear sky. Look at that color contrast and everything. And in all the city-states, if you go there at night, they have a fireworks show in the sky. And I believe even at the home estates and everything, they have firework displays as well. So you can watch it from the front yard of your house. It's fantastic. Oh, UI was off, that's why. Alright, who's up next? Who's up next? Ah, Rickubus, thank you for agreeing to escort our next guest. They were quite insistent that you be one to join them. I don't need to read this is repeated dialogue. Three esteemed figures in the Adventure Guild. I don't know who these are. Maybe all the innkeepers, perhaps? Yeah, all the innkeepers. Right. Rickubus, how lovely to see you. Bateron invited Momodai and I to experience the Lenosian summer. As you can see, we're quite enjoying ourselves. Olda and Gridania are a good ways from the sea, so a trip to the coast makes for a nice change of pace. I feel like a young girl again, hehe. Another day by the sea is nothing new for old Balderon, so I'll be sitting on the Queen's deck with a flagon of ale for company while you three enjoy the cruise. So I had enough of this water shit. I don't give a crap. Give me... Where's the grog? Are you ready to depart? Me and two lovely ladies. It was sweet of you to suggest I take the front, but I hope I'm not blocking the view. I can think of none better suited to lead. Besides, I'm happier keeping an eye on the things back here. Mune, dear, you might need to duck through here. It is an adventure without a little danger. If she's an Elezen and they're so fucking tall, they're basically a giraffe. How beautiful. If I can only take this view back to the Carline canopy. Shall we commission a painter? I could think of the perfect spot on the quicksand's walls. The quicksand was always like so bare. How novel. Perhaps I should consider setting up something similar for canopy patrons to soak up the air. They really do seem to love the sun around here. You might not expect it of a desert girl, but I'm a strong swimmer. Nothing clears the head like a few laps of the... Oh. In the case of, how about a little race? I've swum the rivers of the Twelveswood since I was a girl, so I can hold my own. Look, the Queen Lamin. I do hope Batteron isn't too bored, sitting up there, all by his lonesome. I rather think you would just have enjoyed the cruise. We must insist he join us next time. Yeah, no, it's always cute seeing prominent figures, in the game story kind of show up in these little seasonal events. You know, it's good world building. It's good world building. I've always pictured the sea as a raging tempestuous. What a word. What a delight to find it has a gentle side too. Refreshing change of scenery, to be sure. Wasn't it just lovely? And now I'm dying to sample the Lanosian drinks. Got to be keeping an eye on the competition. Now I can help you with, and my first flagon were all the finer for the view. Always a pleasure to see friends enjoying themselves, and all the more so when it's in your own backyard. Thanks for showing them the ropes, Rickubus. We gotta do that, like, what, 3 more times? I'm sorry if this is boring for you. This is just for archival sake, because I always specify that when it comes to seasonal events in Final Fantasy XIV, they're new every year. They're not repeats. The theme and everything is always the same. It's like Moonfire Faire every year, but the stories and the content is always kind of different. You'll see characters from previous year's stories show up as side characters in the stories for the modern year. So the way that Final Fantasy XIV does these seasonal quests is honestly very charming in my book. My first was the Garleans, hilarious. Oh yeah, because they live in a frozen hellhole in a decimated city now, so this is like the exact opposite of what they're used to, I'm sure. A refined Elezen couple. If you'll wait but a moment, I'll inform them. This is going to be Alphinaud and Alice's parents, I think. Yeah, she's in a bikini. Hi, babe. I put you in a 2B outfit, by the way. She's one of the customs delivery NPCs, and once you reach max reputation with her, you can just dress her any way you want, so I put her in the 2B out. I put all the NPCs from custom deliveries in a fucking 2B outfit, just to be a shithead. 'Tis lovely to see you, Rickubus. Fortunately, and I have fond memories of a trip to Lanosia many years past. Just the two of us. We were both in agreement that we were long overdue another visit. My apologies if we have called you away from any matter of import. Milliance was most keen to see you when she heard you were in attendance. We can be on our way at once if you should be so kind as to join us. Are you ready to depart? Yes. It's strange that they actually put this quest right next to a World Fate. Aren't these Montcrafts the most darling things? If only Alpha... Oh. I'm counting on your discretion, Rickubus. Under no circumstances are my children to hear of this. Wouldn't it be wonderful to live out our twilight years somewhere like this? The idea is not without merit. These pillars are quite close. Take care not to lean overly far, Emilians. I'm a grown woman, Fortunate. You needn't fuss so. Doesn't that take you back? Remember that night we lay together on the grassy slopes of Trinket and watched the ocean? Millions, remember, present company. Was that the night that the twins were conceived? Might Alphanot improve his swimming with similar training? That boy is... I harbor my doubts. That boy just isn't very... They said the line! They said the line! He isn't very buoyant. I can almost feel my cares being washed away by this natural beauty. I will accompany wherever you wish. Always. There's like a segment of one of the dungeons that, now that they have a trust system that goes far back as Stormblood, they removed a portion of water you kind of had to swim through just because one of the NPCs isn't good at swimming. Which is kind of fucking stupid, but kind of funny when you think about it. Maybe just the AI that they programmed doesn't know how to handle a drop, and that's why they just had to bulldoze over it with an actual pathway. Is it the Ruby Palace or whatever, I think is what it's called, from Stormblood. The vibrancy of Costa del Sol seems the world apart from the oceans around Charleon, and yet both leave one feeling quite exhilarated. Admittedly, I find my spirits rather uplifted. I was a much younger man when last I felt this unencumbered. Thank you, Rickubus. Female Elezen are pretty hot, I want to say, but it's so rare that you even see them. I feel like no one really wants to play Elezen. They're maybe one of the least played races, if not the least played race. Like, I'm looking around, and, you know, it's all cats, it's all bunnies, it's all Ra. Even, like, Rogadin women, and, yeah, it just... Where are all the Elezen babes? No one makes Elezens. Some of these are just NPCs, so if you see an Elezen, chances are it's just like a fucking NPC. One of your alts are Elezen. You're like one of the rare ones, I guess, that likes Elezen. Yeah, not a single Elezen player on this boat right now. Look at this fucking Lalafell. This is funny. This is like fucking... Your uncle drank the potion that turns you into a little... Oh, God. Whatever floats your rafts. Alright, up next, it's either the Garlean couple or the... I think it's the Garleans. with this little dude. Paul Blart Shipguard. Was that his name? Probably was. Ah, Rickubus, thank you for agreeing to escort our next guest. They were quite insistent that you be one to join them. A duo of Garlean defectors. Defectors, though. What are the defectors? Oh, it's Sid. Oh, this one's for the fucking Fujos. Ah, there he is. Afraid we're on business today. The Ironworks is helping the Queen Lemon keep her shine, which is to say, Jesse sent us along to maintain the lights. And I thought it only meant that I inspect the quality of these vessels as consultant to the Ironworks. Let us see if the accomplished hero makes an equally accomplished guide, shall we? Fucking Nero. This is the boys' cruise right here. Raft, full steam ahead. Can't you get a little more? Can't you get a little more speed up, Garland? They must be quite confident into magical pathfinding to lead the course under the buildings like this. Is it automatically compensating for the movement of the waves? Huh, child's play. Nero, you haven't capsized back there, have you? Why, is the vessel proving too much for you? Say the word and I'll take your place, Chief. Just imagine if we had a couple of those on the deck of the Enterprise. The view wouldn't be half bad. I rather enjoy looking down on the world. I kind of wish the path strayed a bit. Or I feel like this shouldn't be a repeatable quest making you run back and forth. In this heat, the idea of a dip is quite inviting. If only I'd brought a bathing suit. A far cry from the Academy ice plunge, though herding new students in the freezing waters did instill... Oh. We're approaching the Queen Laman. Time to get back to work, Nero. I can scarcely conceal my delight. Yeah, if this was another year, they probably would have put a little bit more effort into changing these up a little bit. But it's something that kind of exists. Like, if you like these characters, these very well, they are important, but like they're not core to a lot of the plot later on in the game and all that. Like, once you're past A Realm Reborn, they kind of like become side characters that you'll occasionally see pop up. So it's always nice to see some of these characters return. I feel quite invigorated. Our maintenance work will fly by after that. I'll give you a shout out if we stop by again, Rickubus. Very interesting indeed for such a rudimentary contraption. Granted, my expertise lies not in magic, but the control systems seem more than adequate. Should I return to investigate further, I expect you to make yourself available. Alpha and Omega on the shore? I wonder, where on this shore? Where's my Raft? Well, look around real quick and see if I can see those guys. Alpha and Omega always kind of like show up somewhere. Little shark guy. Are you looking to ride the rafts? Oh, that little goofy ass shark minion. I forget These are NPCs from, what is it? Heaven's Ward. At least a Moogle makes like really cute noises. I don't see no Alpha or Omega. Ah, Rickubus, thank you for agreeing to escort our next guests. Too imposing aura. It's gonna be Magnai and Sadu. Always love seeing those two. Oh wait, it's not Sadu. Huh. Do not look so surprised. What stage more fitting for the union of the most radiant sons of Azam and his Nama than a land taking the sun for its very name? Come, I grant you to leave to render your service. Prepare us our vessels. These small scouting craft shall allow Brother Magnai to survive the surrounds from atop the ocean, that he might find his Nama. Do not mistake his summons for a petition of aid, Kagan. Your presence is merely a matter of convenience. What did you just call me? Onwards, Batu, in search of my Nama. Have you ever seen a more gallant figure than our most radiant brother, Kagan? They build their abodes on stilts in supplication to the sun. Similar in purpose, yet inferior in execution to the awe-inspiring heights of the Dawn Throne. What light? Could it be my Nama's smile shining softly on the waves? Nay, 'tis only the reflection of the sun. The ocean is vast, Brother Magnai. Our search is young. Dude's gonna be a virgin forever. Surely my Nama would not expose her tender sleeping form to one and all. How shameless. It's like you're gonna be single forever, buddy. The ocean knows no shadow. To bathe in its waters is not an entirely unappealing proposition. Indeed, how I should like to visit with my dear... Why, look there, brother. It would appear our time draws so close, yet I do not forsake the search for my ethereal moon shimmering like the light. Oh, and you shall not walk that path alone, Brother Magnai. Dude won't even mention his wife in front of his brother because he's so afraid of, like, upsetting him. My Nama must be modest indeed, to conceal herself so far from my radiance. Very well. If she means to test my sincerity, let me show myself to be true. My journey shall continue as surely as the sun does rise. This land is indeed blessed by the sun. Its rays reach even the ocean floor, as though the ocean water were not but glass. Just as our most radiant brother's light shall surely shine upon his Nama. Kinda disappointed there was no Sadu. She's great. We just get the Azam Steepa incel. I hate using that term, but I guess it like actually works for that character. He just can't get laid. His entire day. Where's my girl? Don't you dare talk about your wife in front of me, brother. He's fucking. Okay, let's fuck around for a bit here. I really want to do a jumping puzzle. Just jump for a bit though. I don't care about reaching the top. Always end for like the the end of the plank. And you always have a little bit of coyote time as well, which is like this right here. This is coyote time. Notice how I'm like not actually standing on it. So there's a little more length to the platforms than you realize. And there's like a small jump, a mid jump, and a long jump, depending on how far you kind of like get into your like running animation. And I fucked up. Let's see, I could just jump down from there. But this ship was new to last year, and like all these decorations and stuff. They have disabled flying on the ship, so you can't actually get... you can't cheese it and get to the top. Oh, made it in. Prisma has drowned in the pool. Cannon ride. Oh. Ah, shit. How does this work? Is it just random if it shoots you over to the other side? Oh. Let us try this one. That delayed animation. There we go. Made it over here. The animations seem a bit delayed, so it might be really buggy right now that they're trying to... there's going to be some emergency maintenance tonight, but I should be able to do everything that I want to do on stream before that even happens. It's like at 11 p.m. tonight or something. It's only nearly 5 p.m. Yeah, there's not really much over here to look at, I guess, but it's just a nice place to relax and hang out and take photos. Enjoy some of those summer vibes. Oh, hey, you're here. It'd be a good haul today, I can feel it. I wonder what fish will preserve well enough to take back to Nidama. You're the... Are you... I think you might be the same one from the Southern Islands instance. What was that called again? What's that piece of content? Yeah, that should be him. The Aloha Island. This should be the guy right here, and he's all about like fishing. Yeah, it's fun to see this little guy show up. But those dungeons are kind of like a... there's one summer event where I showcase that island. In one of the Moonfire Faire VODs. I'm like, you know what, I'll do all the paths and even the secret path as well, solo, and do that and show that off. So if that's something that interests you, you can go find it on my YouTube or whatever. I think that was honestly everything here. Oh, Godbert Manderville was up there somewhere. I don't think I could cheat and get back. It's gonna like dismount me probably. Oh no, it actually just like creates a wall that you can't access. Oh yeah, Godbert Manderville and his wife, I forget her name. A fine ship indeed. Aye, more than I expect from the lout Gigi Ruju. It automatically drops you down. Where's Alpha hiding? Where was the Colibri? I already forgot where he was, but I love this dude. Is this animal cruelty right here? Poor guy. Looks like he needs a drink. Oh shit, I forgot to grab a water before stream. I should go fix that. But first, I have something else to do. But the summer vibes right now are really nice. I wish most of the stream could have looked like this. Unfortunate that they didn't. Oh yeah, we have the water slides. I didn't even do that. Wait, I want to do this color. Yeah. I think each slide has a different pose associated with it. Let us try the purple one. Yeah, that's a completely different pose right there. I don't think there's a way to do this in G-pose though, so people have like found out ways, like you have to get a friend to kind of do it for you and position themselves and then click you right as you slide down. And they could actually freeze frame you or something. Let's see. Yeah, you can't do that command while jumping. It's like more of a sabotender pose right there. One more time. You kind of just have to get a raw screen cap when doing this. Very nice splash effect. I'm a fan. I want to go to a water park so bad. I want to drown in the kiddie pool. I want to chill underneath of one of those, I want to chill underneath one of those water mushrooms. Oh wait, was there just like a... Oh yeah, there's just a way to get back up there easy. I was going the long... Oh my god, Sloofy from One Piece! Okay. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah. Alright, I've kind of like fucked around as much as I possibly could here. There's not really much... Oh, wait, I'm stupid. I forgot to go buy the items. There's like some additional items that you can get for housing. The Lawn Mog Raft, the Lawn Chocobo Raft, and the Lawn Bomb Craft, and the tabletop items. We're not on my home world though, so we have to head back. Farewell, Prisma. Unless you decide to come over to Balmung. I won't be doing anything more exciting. It's all gonna be like cutscenes from here on out. I can't get into fucking Costa del Sol yet on Balmung because it's just so congested on my server. So let's go to my home. I do own a beachfront home. Wow, look at this guy, Mr. Moneybags. He bought a beach home, a mid-sized personal home on the beach in Weebtown. Oh my god. He owns a Shirogane house. And a house across from that. It was really lucky that I ever even got this. Let's fuck up this yard. Nah, this is really cramped in here. I like how my yard over here is like really open. Let's fuck that up. I like my giant goofy inflatables. Let's go ahead and place them all. Not bad for like housing stuff, honestly. Rotate you around. Move you over here, you over here. Permanent fixtures in the front yard. You know what, I like the Chocobo more, so I want the Chocobo to be first. Moogle gets all the spotlight, so he could chill in the back. Me, like, move the bomb over here. Whoops. I need to get big. I need to get. Why did I say bick? I need to get back into designing my house. Wait, why? It's been forever since I fucking worked on house design in Final Fantasy. I'm not good at it. Okay, we gotta move you guys over even more. Chocobo like takes up some extra space. Maybe that's why they didn't go with the Chocobo, because it is just that much more complex of a design. I want the Chocobo. This should have been a mount. This should have been a mount. Maybe next year. Final Fantasy 14, if you don't do this shit next year, I'm gonna be angry. Give us the Chocobo mount, you fucking cowards. Do they have too many polygons on them or something? What's your excuse for not giving us this adorable thing as something we could ride? Wait, those? No, it doesn't count as a bed, unfortunately. Yeah, no, inflatables are cool. In a non-fetish way. When you got the Tism, it's like, you don't like certain textures, but when you find a texture that you do like, it is a texture that I really like. I love going in pools. I love having inflatables. It's like the ultimate niceness to just float on water and also not have to panic that I'm gonna drown. Because when I was a kid, I went over to like a friend's birthday party and they had a pool and everything, and his older brother didn't know I couldn't swim. So they're like, "Oh, hey, get on, Rick, get on this raft. We'll glide you around." And I was stupid enough and listened to them, and they took me over to the deep end of the pool and then flipped the raft. And then that day I nearly drowned. It took them like a full fucking minute to realize, hey, he ain't coming back up. I don't think he knows how to swim. We just fucking dumped a kid in the deep end of the pool who doesn't know how to swim. I never went back to that friend's house ever again. But once one of them dived down and got me out from the deep end of the pool, I said a lot of curse words at the top of my lungs, screaming at them and calling them a bunch of nasty shit. I don't think the parents weren't really paying attention to like anything happening at the party, so my parents weren't there. If my parents were there, my mom probably would have fucking killed someone. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, no. I was so pissed as a kid. I think that was the first time ever as a kid where I kind of broke my no swearing promise. Where I was like, oh man, I fucking called them everything under the sun. Like, I was just yelling, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you at the top of my lungs. Like, you fucking stupid shit. I was angry. So then for the rest of the party, I just went inside and played that friend's Dreamcast. And, you know, played Sonic Adventure for the rest of the party. Let's go inside. My awful house inside that I barely have done anything. We still got, like, Easter decorations. We got fucking... Oh, God, it's a housing disaster in here. Got some hot babes. Oh my god. Here we go. There's the art from last year. Where's a fucking place that I could put this shit? Here we go. Oh, here, okay. Oh yeah, the Yokai Watch event is back, but instead of giving us anything new, they just gave us fucking housing furniture. I don't know why these and like not something else more substantial, but this is just walk up to the vendor and purchase them for cheap. Cool return of the Yokai Watch event, Square Enix, in level 5. Maybe some new content besides this would have been cool. The Yokai Watch Wibble Wobbles. I think that game is still alive in Japan right now, and they're collabing with Rent a Girlfriend or something. Yokai Wibble Wobble lasted, what, fucking less than a year in the United States before they killed that off. It was fun, I liked it. Unfortunately, they just... Yokai Watch bombed in the United States, so they fucking never touched the franchise again. And I was just bitching the other day about Yokai Watch 3 and the American yokai concept, where it's like they could have did cool shit with like cryptids and American mythology, but instead they just like, they recolored existing Japanese yokai, but just Americanized them by making them delinquent, like hip-hop, like street artist and shit, or like a fat redneck with a beard and overalls and whatever. And it's like, no, you could have done something completely original. You're just taking a fucking existing character and like quote unquote Americanizing it in a way that's kind of like a little racist, or like rose tinted goggles of how a Japanese person who has never been to America sees American people. Like, oh yeah, they're all Tom Sawyer over there. They're all fat. They all wear overalls and they're really hairy and they're very extroverted. They go river rafting on their days off. You know, shit like that. I've never actually got to play Yokai Watch 3, unfortunately. But from what I know, there's like an X-Files parody in it as well. It's really how I explained it, where it's a Japanese person who has never been to America views America. They could have did so much more with it. But yeah, no, that series was kind of dead in the water. I don't know why they ever expected that shit to be successful in the United States when its DNA is very, very Japanese and very, very rooted in its own culture. You have it and need to play through it. Yeah, maybe one day I'll get to play through it. But I don't even know if they're porting the other Yokai Watch games to anything yet. They really should. It would just be easy, free money, and like put that shit on Steam level 5. Maybe you could actually revive Yokai Watch if it wasn't just fucking locked to the 3DS for all of its life. But yeah, I'm going to be right back. Go stretch my legs for a bit, grab a nice ice-cold water, and I'll leave you guys to some retro video game commercials. Sadly, American localization made it odd due to making the first one seem like it was in America by calling the hometown Springdale. Yeah, they tried to Americanize a Japanese thing in, like, what, the year fucking 2026? Was it 2020? No, 2015, or was it 2016 or 2000? I actually can't remember what year they tried to localize it, but it was I tried to support Yokai Watch as much as I could. I enjoyed the series, and I played 1 and 2. But yeah, I'll be right back. Enjoy some retro video game commercials. Ah.
新色はゴージャスなゴールドでございますわ。シックなシルバーもよろしいかと。ゴールドでございます。シルバーでございます。どっちも欲しい。ゲームボーイアドバンスに豪華なニューカラー。ゴールドとシルバー。Sega. Yo, it's Sega's Toe Jam and Earl. The hippiness, hoppiness party that's kicking around the world. It's giving it to you like it. Toe Jam and Earl is so funky, it'll make you scream like nothing ever before. Genesis is so much more. Toe Jam and Earl, two homeboys can play a different gig every time. Go get your one and you'll be in the hand. Genesis, you gotta get it. It's a whole lot more. Peace.
良いこと良い大人のゴルフゲームみんなのゴルフ
プレイステーション
はーい、私キャサリンよ。スーパーマリオ USA で敵キャラを演じてるの。おっと、アメリカでは売れっ子だったのよ。今度は日本のお友達を優しく遊ばせてあげるわ。
アメリカ帰りのファミコンソフトスーパーマリオ USA
できちゃった。
夢じゃないファイナルファンタジー6 4月2日スーパーファミコンで発売スクエア夢じゃないスーパーファミコンソフトファイナルファンタジー6スクエアついに RPG は高さを持つ時代に入る未体験バーチャルアドベンチャーランドストーカーメガドライブから
Yo, John, Mickey D's.
Okay, thanks. Ah. Whoa, boy.
Look who's popping into McDonald's. It's Mario from the new Super Mario Bros. 3 game. And when you buy a McDonald's Happy Meal, you'll get a Jumping Mario, or a Kooky Luigi, a Koopa Paratroopa, or a little Goomba. McDonald's Happy Meal. You can collect all 4.
ゲームもテレビもゲームにゲームもテレビもゲームに新作ソフトは
クションゲームザ GG 忍び
It's here! Game Genie now for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System. Now, get more power, live forever on your Super NES. You can even turn Game Genie's power off and on as you play. So get up, get out, get it now! Game Genie now available for your Super Nintendo Entertainment System.
新しいソフトパズルアクションゲームワリオの森。ディスクシステムの名作あのゼルダの伝説をファミコンカセットで。
楽しさそのまま。
お値段半分よ。
AV 対応のニューファミコン発売中。
これなんですかこれ。これアドバンスができるんですかこれで。あ、ちょっと今のカットでお願いします。
朝まで踊ろうぜ。瀬形三四郎。
通れ。セガサターンしろ。3つのドラマの RPG シャイニングフォース3セガサターン。
違うか。わからない。
触ることで解ける謎。任天堂 DS アナザーコード。
そうか。
あのウルトラ戦士がフルポリゴン超ハイクオリティ CG で壮絶バトル。ウルトラマンファイティングエボリューション好評発売中。バンプレスト。あのウルトラ戦士と凶悪怪獣たちがフルポリゴン超ハイクオリティ CG で壮絶バトル。勝つのは誰だ。ウルトラマンファイティングエボリューション好評発売中。バンプレスト。
今度はロックでリズムアクションうんじゃまらみプレイステーション。リズムでノリノリうんじゃまらみ新曲満載プレイステーション。
ファイナルファンタジー7 1月31日。
スーパーファミコン用ソフト新熱血硬派国王たちの挽回。
テクノス。
スーパーファミコン用ソフト新熱血硬派国王たちの挽回。
テクノス。
五右衛門5周年。ドバッと切ったもんだ。ファミコン頑張れ五右衛門外伝2天下の財宝正月3日発売。
生き残るのはどっちだ。ガンサバイバー3ディノクライシス。カプコン。
ファイナルファンタジー8
プレイステーション。
ゲームであなたの人生を変えてみたいと思った。大げさですか？
Tonight, on a very special episode of Cell Damage, will Violet finally learn of the disease that's slowly killing her? Will Cinder finally become house-trained?
Nah! We'll just drive around way too fast and blow up everything in sight like we do every week. And don't forget to call in during the show and buy crap that you'll never need. Not available in all states. Cell Damage, tonight at 8.
山田君、これコピーいいかね。はい。すまんね。で、吉村君、はい、例の書類。あ、もうできてます。あ、部長。なんだね。お茶が入りま。あ。
転がして消す知能格闘ゲームサイプレイステーション。プレイステーション。
That would be me if I played this game. Okay, I'm back. Oh, it's raining once more. Okay. I should get into some more appropriate attire for what we will be doing next. What outfit should I go with? Let's go with this one. I rarely use this one. So for the next segment, it's gonna be a little bit of a short one. But we are gonna go complete the finale for the Phantom Weapon. At least, I think it's the finale. I hope it's the finale. Hello, Ematron. Hello, Not Banana. Welcome, you two. Hope you guys got some good commercials. Let's go to the Phantom Village. I need to take this off and put something else on from Pictomancer. Do I have any other Picto weapons? Hold on. Pretty sure I have another Pictomancer weapon in here somewhere. Sword, Lightbringer, blah, 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 blah. It's one of these. Oh yeah, I have this. I can put that on. So let's trade it in for a new weapon. Which is unfortunate, because I really like the way the current one looks. Before Geralt can be rebuilding the core of your Phantom Weapon, I shall need to process the Ecliptic Arcanite. Have you procured all 3 chunks? Yeah, I don't care about the materia, it's cheap enough. Poor guy got ran over for falling off his dice. I would do the same. I would get run over. I suck ass at those kinds of games. Are you here for twin tall towers? That game? Fucking rolling blocks and sucking ass at it. Just add more sides to roll around. Excellent. I'll soon have the ore ready. The remainder of the fabrication I shall leave in Geralt's capable hands. Take heart, for we are tantalizingly close to seeing your weapon released from its illusory cloak. Tall Twin Towers was pretty cute. Yeah, it's a cute game. It's just so brutally fucking hard. I can't beat that game. Right, your Phantom Weapon's got a shiny new core. If me calculations are right, that'll prevent any etheric imbalances once I cut through the illusion. In other words, it's Phantom Filleting time. Mwahahaha! It's not glowing. Well, that was a resounding success. I sliced right through your weapon's illusory trappings, leaving all the enhancements intact. Behold the true, unfettered power of me latest creation, the Phantom Roundbrush Eucalypticum. There's probably another step. Suffice to say, these God-given hands have wrought another bleeding miracle. You might have turned to an ancient wisdom for inspiration, but in the end, it was that brilliant rum-brine brain of yours that made the real advances. I reckon it fair to say you're the best damn blacksmith of our age. But you're just a raging alcoholic. Of our age, eh? Fitting that me creations are wielded by the fiercest fighters of our times, then. Say, here's an idea. Why don't you channel some of your most valiant memories of battle into that phantom weapon? Oh no! There's another step. There's another step. I'll be damned if I don't try and squeeze every last drop of potential out of the thing. And I reckon your memories are key to achieving me vision. I think this is I gotta go through every dungeon in Dawntrail to infuse it. Phantom Roundbrush Eucalypticum. Further enhanced phantom weapons from other jobs can now be attained after exchanging the requisite Arcanite from Dokolola in the phantom. Fuck it, I can't with these names anymore. Ugh. Replicas. Is it? Yeah, I like this one better. So let me put this back on. Phantom Roundbrush. It's not as cool. It don't have my color scheme. So I think the whole reason of me doing this quest was let me cast a glamour on it. Here, I was thinking that was the last step. It's never the last step. It's never that easy. Now, this right here is a fucking beauty. I love this. This is, I don't even care if I finish the weapon. This is already the best looking version of this brush I think I'm ever gonna get. Just the colors by default are my dream colors. It's really fucking good. It's really fucking good. I like this brush a lot. Okay. If I'm being honest, I ain't got the fairest idea what Jolt's on about with all this memory lark. Please note that the upcoming quest Q Final Phantasm, you will receive a phantom weapon for a Pictomancer. Undertake this job as a Pictomancer. Best we hear the details from the genius weaponsmith himself. Why did I think that was the last step? I'm like, yeah, I'll do this on stream. Let's get one thing straight. Your phantom weapon's already in a state of perfection few could even hope to replicate. It's the bleeding epitome of economical design. Give it some unrestrained whelp, and it'd still sing, I tell ye. I'm hearing nothing but positives. Where's the problem? You're missing the point, given time. Even the sorriest excuse for a blade can unleash power beyond belief. It is a matter of acclimatization. With the phantom weapon, though, there ain't no imperfections to compensate for. No quirks to the master, no chance for that process o' melding between weapons and wielder to occur. So get some scratches on it, season it. Hence me idea to reverse engineer that process by infusing it with your memories, creating a weapon that is truly unique in doing so. That's me vision for this final phase of the endeavor. I think I get the gist. We're using the memories to restore the special something that makes a weapon tick. Metaphorical nicks and scratches, if ye will. Aye, that about sums it up. Any road, I reckon I've figured out the perfect vessel for storing Rickubus's martial memories. Might you be referring to the knowledge crystals that the expedition encountered on the island? As it happens, I have one in my possession. Here, this one is entirely devoid of ancient memories. I'd be planning to examine it further, but I'd much rather see it put to practical use. I wish to offer my services too. Once the knowledge crystal is brimming with recollections, I shall happily handle the merger of memory and weapon. I must warn you, however, the older recollections will not be fit for the purpose. Only the freshest memories will provide an accurate reflection of your current strengths. Right, lad. I say you revisit a few recent battlegrounds and get that crystal filled up. Oh, it's the light farming stage. So it's probably just like, yeah, any Dawntrail content, just do that shit in a mind-numbingly like 1,000 times, maybe. Oh, God. You may fill your knowledge crystal with martial memories by completing duties and field operations. Use the knowledge crystal itself to gauge your progress, verify which duties and field operations are applicable. Please note that the current quest, Final Phantasm, cannot be abandoned via the journal. Should you wish to do so, speak with Ladriciel. Okay, well, we're on some new shit now. So, Unlost World Field Operation. Slay a fluid soul. Receive the highest rating possible. How is this gonna... Leveling dungeons, expert dungeons. Do I have to, like, do each and every one of these? Oh man, I gotta go through, like, literally everything in Dawntrail, don't I? Oh, this is gonna... this is gonna be time consuming. Oh my god. Okay. Oh, like, people weren't joking. I thought I heard the light grinding phase and I was like, okay, Dawntrail World Tour? That don't sound too bad. No, it's like it's that plus. Oh my god. Did it over 2 days? Well, I'm gonna be busy, unfortunately. Having to do this shit. Oh man, maybe by the what is it? The Rising event, I'll have the finale ready for you guys. I'll work to make that happen. Yeah, for now, let's hide that so we don't have to look at that. We are going to go do the Hildebrand finale now. Time to see what Hardy Boiled is up to. Hard Boil's pensive expression cuts a stark contrast to the frenetic buzz of True View's neon-lit streets. Rickubus, eager to get back to work, I see. I reconstructed the remaining files, but found no more records of monster-fied criminals, so I reckon we're clear on that front. What the last of the data did contain, though, was plans for repairing some kind of fancy schmancy duplication device. Said it was discovered aboard a flying vessel of unknown origins. The description of which damn near perfectly matches the shiny disc of our imbecile inspector crash-landed over near Yui Yawata. So now I'm wondering what a gadget on a ship like that used to duplicate. They say it made a bunch of Hildebrand clones. It's Poo Poo's spaceship from Final Fantasy VIII. That was a part of the Endwalker story. Anything? Even people? Oh, that ain't good. See, the vials mention 3 critical materials: electrope, ceruleum, and meteorites. Sound familiar? That's the name of stuff our fugitives already nicked. They got what they needed to fix the device, and I'm sweating bullets imagining what they mean to do with it. Problem is, we've squeezed those salvaged files dry of every last juicy lead. Can't even begin to guess where Keshiyai and Carnelian might be holed up. For all we know, they've already moved on to the next step of their diabolical scheme. It's time we pumped a new source of information, and I know just a nosy bugger that'll do it. Let's pay a visit to Maimond. There's the Oglop. So I know for doing the finale of Hildebrand and Dawntrail, we do get a new mount, and we do get an Oglop minion. They're futurized. You may recall my mere presence seemed to anger the detective when last our paths crossed, so we've taken to disguising ourselves as ordinary citizens. Still stand out like a sore thumb. Our independent investigation otherwise continues unabated. Nashu has, in fact, identified a new potential avenue of inquiry. Kingdom Hearts looking, but yeah. They do kind of like have the color scheme of Kingdom Hearts characters. I know D23 is happening, and they're gonna announce something big about Kingdom Hearts. But I don't know if that's like gonna be theme park related or related to Kingdom Hearts 4. Who knows? It could be anything. Kingdom Hearts fans are a-buzzing right now. And notice that there's an Oglop that never strays far from Detective Hardboil's side, and I suspect this persistent insect is much more than it appears. I share your suspicions. We could be dealing with another creature possessed of a transferred criminal soul. Perhaps it may have been sent to spy on the detective. No, it's his old partner! It's his old partner! But it doesn't feel like spying, more like it's watching over him. Whatever the Oglop's intentions, we must continue to surveil this ever-present surveiller. It may prove critical to cracking the case. It's a little late to mention it, but I did kind of do a rebalancing of my Final Fantasy XIV audio, so the game might sound a little bit different as opposed to how it usually sounds. So these are all my settings right here, which if you're ever gonna stream Final Fantasy XIV, maybe give these a try if you like how mine sounds. And do let me know if anything's a little bit too quiet or it sounds perfect. I think everything sounds pretty okay. Nothing's too overpowering. It's a nice balance. I always like voices and music to be the most present thing, with sound effects like kind of more on the lower end. Oh, I'm dumb. We're like right here. Can hear you well? Okay, thank you, thank you. Would be neat to have a fireworks show themed with Kingdom Hearts. If it was an actual park attraction, I think all the Kingdom Hearts fans would actually be very upset. Here's the Nashu stalker. Kingdom Hearts fans fucking hate Disney. That's the funniest thing about Kingdom Hearts, is just how much those motherfuckers actually hate Disney. And I'm like, did we play the same game? I played Kingdom Hearts for the Disney shit. I could give a fucking rat's ass about the fucking Final Fantasy shit and the Squaresoft human stuff. But no, like everyone eats up that Organization 13 shit and the Nobody shit, and I'm just like, I could give a rat's ass about this. Let me go run around in fucking Halloween Town some more. Like, fuck all this stupid shit. If you have a different opinion than me, feel free to kill me, I guess. But the less Disney that Kingdom Hearts is, the more I lose interest in it. And whenever I talk with Kingdom Hearts fans, they always seem to hold a disdain for the Disney part of Kingdom Hearts, and I just don't fucking understand. Yes, this is based on an NPC that hangs out in Ul'dah. He's from this different shard. But you know, time travel shit, universal travel shit. These are all reflections of already existing characters, which is kind of like why there's two Hildebrands. They're from different universes, but the universes kind of combined and collided, so they're kind of the same people, but not the same people. Back again? What can I do for you this time? Got an odd question for you. A device that can duplicate anything, eh? In the wrong hands, that could lead to all kinds of mischief. I haven't heard a peep about alien gadgets, but there was something else that might interest you. Rumor has it some half-dead bloke dressed like a lab worker was rescued out in Heritage Found. You reckon that could be our villain, Kisha Kai? Could be. You could have a talk to Sirikeen? The hunter who found the poor bugger. Apparently he brought him back to his home in the outskirts. If this half-dead lab rat is who we think it is, then I wonder if Carnelian must have... Huh. Thanks for the tip, Maimond. Well, partner, looks like we're headed to the outskirt. Let's find this Sirikeen fella. And we shall follow wherever the Oglop leads us. And here comes the stalker. Yep, without fail. Go to the outskirts. Only thing I hate about the Disney part is the company itself meddling with how they go about the game story-wise. Kingdom Hearts 3 was painful in a couple of worlds. I never got to play Kingdom Hearts 3. I never owned a PS4. I'm done with Sony consoles. It's probably on the Switch too or whatever at this point, but I honestly just... Kingdom Hearts died with 2 for me. I think I was already kind of like tired of how shitty Kingdom Hearts 2 felt. It was like exhausting. I hated that 2-hour tutorial beginning of the story. The flow of that game just really sucked ass for me. And then the combat was so simplified, where it just felt like after a while, it's like, what? The memes at the time were press triangle to do literally everything. I'm someone that beat Kingdom Hearts 1, the OG, like 100%. I beat Sephiroth in the fucking tournament gauntlet. Ah, of course, I'd be happy to share the tale. He does that fuck-ass thing where he reduces you to 1 hit point, and you gotta have that elixir on speed dial to, like, follow up. Otherwise, he's gonna one-shot your ass immediately after taking away all your hit points. That battle was fucking scary. I was coiling monsters on the fringes of Everkeep when an air-wheeler wobbling through the skies above caught my attention. So erratic was its flight path that I half expected it to crash into the ground, which did not far from where I was standing. I ran over to see a man crawl free from the wreckage and collapse. His mask and gloves marked him as a lab technician of some kind. Though the air-wheeler hadn't exploded or burst into flames, he looked terribly burned. I was able to rush him home and administer treatment before he succumbed to his injuries, but the potent medicines have put him in a deep slumber, so I'm afraid he is in no state to answer questions. As for his name, I found an identification card tucked into one of his pockets. Assuming it belonged to him, the man is Kishikai, a researcher from a local facility. That figures. Those burns. Knowing Carnelian's preference for fire magics, I'd wager a dozen hard-boiled eggs that he's to blame. A mook dubbed the Crime King is not the type to play loyal henchman for long. Probably turned on his boss and took over the whole operation. We'll have to wait until Kishikai wakes up to get the whole story, but in the meantime, I'd rather be doing something useful. I say we head outside and consider our options. Appreciate you sharing, Sir Keen. Kishikai is a criminal involved in a case we're investigating, so we'll be imposing on your hospitality again soon. A criminal, you say? Well, he won't be committing any crimes in his condition. I'll be sure to get the word to you once he's fit enough for you to interrogate. I doubt Carnelian would have humored his boss for long unless he had an endgame in mind. And considering his betrayal came just as they acquired everything needed to fix the duplication gadget... Do I really need to finish this sentence? I'm thinking he was probably after the device all along, but assuming I'm right, what does he mean to use it for? Well, we can work on answering that question while Kishikai is still in Dreamland. There's an old pal of Carnelian's who might have an insight or two. Was part of his gang back in the day, but insists she's on the straight and narrow now, working as a fortune teller out of a shop in Solution 9. Sarala, the girl on the front desk, handles all her appointments. Quickly, where are they? Oh, there they are. Quickly, let's not lose sight of the Oglop. Aw, no stalker. Where does it want me to go? Here. This establishment caters to lost souls seeking their true path. Due to high demand, however, I'm afraid we're completely booked for the coming months. We're not interested in your dubious divinations. You tell that old Cassia that hard-boiled is here to see her. Very well. One moment, please. That fucking face is just... looks like a man's face. And that outfit and that hair is just... it's so fucking funny. What do you want, hardhead? I've paid my debt to society. You're interfering with the legitimate business of an upstanding citizen. Says a woman who was Carnelian's most prized sorceress, charlatan. I'll wager the only fortune to be found here is the one you're making off gullible marks. Don't you dare lump me in with that double-crossing snake. It was his fault I went to prison, and I've been done with the underworld ever since. My establishment is entirely above board. Alright. Don't get your robes in a twist. It's Carnelian I want to ask about anyhow. I'll spare you the whole messy story, so let's get down to brass tacks. Imagine there's a gizmo that can replicate any person or object in the world. What do you reckon a no-good crook like Carnelian would do if he got his hands on something like that? What kind of addle-brained... how should I know? The only thing Carnelian's ever wanted was power, and no matter how much he got, it was never enough. Seems his ancestor, the one they called the Lich, created the ultimate spell, and it eats him up that he'll never had the arcane strength to cast it. An ancestral spell he hasn't got the juice for, huh? But how would a duplication gizmo help him with that? Not my area of expertise, though I suppose you could search the public database and read up on the Lich, if you're so inclined. Fair enough, we'll try our luck with the terminals on the commerce sector. Much obliged, Cassia. Where to now? All the way over there? Okay. I need to spend my tomestones. These terminals are connected to the Alexandria's public database, so you can use them to learn all sorts of neat stuff. I'll see what I could dig up on this Lich character. Meanwhile, I reckon you could look into what makes Clots so special. Keshikai's other flunkies didn't get a choice of monster, but when it came to Carnelian, seems the Crime King specifically requested the Clot as a vessel for his soul. I figured he was keen on their powers of mimicry, but now I'm wondering if there was something more. Anyway, see what you can find. Wants me to type Clots. The terminal monitor displays an entry on the monster known as Clots. Clots. These amorphous organisms inhabit dense jungle environments and demonstrate an extraordinary capability for physical mimicry. When threatened, the Clot will either mirror the threat itself or adopt a more intimidating form. Clots can also fuse with others of their species, and there are recorded cases of multiple Clots merging into a single gigantic entity possessed of immense magical power. Well, no surprises from the bloodline that produced a maniac like Carnelian. Turns out this Lich guy is a real piece of work. The entry I read said he used sorcery to raise and bind the dead to his will, and created an unstoppable spell that would immediately snuff out the life of any target. Oh, and that he used the necromancy to turn himself into a living corpse. This allowed him to keep amassing dark powers over a period far beyond a normal person's lifespan, which was the thing that earned him the Lich moniker. Too many years of nefarious undeading, though, and the people came together to off him permanently. You know, Norshu, my assistant, was killed by a spell I'd never seen before, and I reckon Carnelian took a page from his ancestors' book of necromancy to animate those poor bastards at the Kanaloka corpus. There she is, that's her. Yeah, how they're just holding up branches in the planter. How did your research go, by the way? Learn anything useful? He's gonna clone himself and then combine into something bigger. So multiple Clots can merge together to make one humongous blob that will wield all their magical power combined? That explains everything. Carnelian means to create a bunch of Crime King copies and fuse into one big murderous mook. Well, you and me are gonna wreck those plans and avenge Noyashu's death, once and for all. Do you want to loop Hildebrand in on this? It's only fair he be involved. Yeah, I've seen him hanging around like a bad smell, but when it comes to exacting vengeance, that well-meaning dope will only get in the way. And besides, Carnelian is more dangerous than he's ever been. It won't give him the chance to hurt anyone else. Why are you so bullheaded about me being pals with the inspector anyways? You share the same soul. You're saying we're like two of a kind? Yeah, I don't see it. Still, there's always something weirdly familiar about that guy. Yeah, what do you got? Uh-huh. Alright, be there soon. That was Cersine telling us to come over. Keshakai's woken up. I've been thinking, Rickubus, what if the Oglop we keep seeing is actually Norshu? When the detective was talking about his assistant, I swear that insect had the saddest look on its little face. Come now, Nashu. You've heard as well as I did that she perished by Carnelian's hand. But what if instead of dying, her soul was shunted into an Oglop body in the same way the fugitives were stuffed into fiendish forms? I suppose it's possible. Nashu does have an uncanny sense for things. Mayhaps we should not dismiss the idea out of hand. Were we to explore the possibility, we might begin by chatting with the researcher zombie whom my gentle dead man acquaintances befriended. Pray continue your investigations along Detective Hardboiled, and we shall contact you the moment we learn aught of substance. Sorry, one of my asshole neighbors is blasting a subwoofer right now. I don't know if you guys could hear that, but I've been streaming with my gain all the way turned up for the past few streams. I think I'm finally happy with how my audio might sound. Either my asshole neighbor or one of his asshole friends like shows up to the street pretty often, blasting his fucking shitty ass subwoofers in his car. And they love blasting music too, so it pisses me off and it makes it harder for me to stream when they're constantly fucking partying in their backyard across from me, so. Yeah, I could just do that. You're late, Chief. Got lost on the way or what? This case is promising an explosive end, and I'd hate for you to miss it. Hardboil's eyes are alight with anticipation, nose full of scent of his quarry. Right, let's head on inside and hear what Keshakai has to say for himself. Well, Mastermind, what happened to you? The duplication device was restored. I had all that I required to build my genius army. But mere moments before I began to replicate my brilliant self en masse, that damnable cur burned the hand that freed him. Seared as I was by Carnelian sorcery, it was a miracle I managed to escape at all. But of my ambitions, naught survives but smoke and ashes. I want you to make him pay. You'll find a device in a hidden lab on the lowest level of the Kanaloka corpus. If Carnelian aims in mass self-replication, then that is where he must be. It will take time for the alien technology to do its work. Trying to tame a vicious breed like the Crime King was a gamble, and you lost. But lucky for you, I was planning to bring him down anyway. Looks like I called how things played out, more or less. Didn't twig that Carnelian would hole up in a lab right beneath our nose, though. Hand this sorry sod over to the authorities as soon as he's able to walk. Might put up a fight, but I doubt he'll be much of a challenge for a strapping hunter like yourself. He's welcome to try. Don't worry. I'll be sure to see him into custody. We know where Carnelian is now, and I'm ready to charge in, guns blazing. But first, I want to pay my respects at Noirshoe's grave. Noir. While burying the dead isn't a custom in Alexandria, why is that such a tongue twister to me? Noirshoe and I were never comfortable with the whole regulator deal. I'd be damned if I was gonna forget, and putting her to rest was my way of honoring her memory. Night Stallion's been in the shop, so I'll head over and pick him up. Go on ahead to the name slates, and I'll meet you there. All the way down there. Maybe I should change into my classic outfit. Just for the cutscenes. Do I have anything else? Seeing all my dumbass outfits that I created. Just go with the classic. I like the rebel outfit. Your progress through the battle will be saved at certain points. In the event that you are defeated, you will be able to try again from the most recent of these. Please note that if you enter battles associated with other quests or logged from the game, the progress will be lost. Just always hate how the choker fades in and out depending on the distance from me and the camera. Surprise? It's me again. Got a letter for you from the detective. Didn't want you getting hurt, so I led you away from where I was headed. Right, that's my business done. Time to go pry into someone else's. He tricked me. He betrayed me. He didn't want me to get hurt. Sorry for the change of plans, Rickubus, but I need to handle Carnelian alone. You've helped me out time and time again, and I ain't letting you risk your life for my personal vendetta. I'll put the Crime King in the ground where he belongs. You just sit tight and wait for the good news. Rickubus. Hey, Rickubus. we've learned the most astonishing fact. The new researcher recruit of our gentle dead friend here spoke of a lady he had seen on the lowest level of the Kanaloka corpus, a lady who could very well be Norshu. She lies unmoving within a capsule of some kind, looking as if she but dreams in peaceful slumber. We then made at once for Sir Seen's house to demand the truth from Keshikai, the villain who soon folded beneath my expert interrogation and admitted to transferring Norishu's soul from her captive vessel into an oblong shell. Where is Detective Hardboiled, by the way? I want so badly to let him know his assistant is alive and well. Well, mostly. So I got tricked. I'm here. He went to go take care of Carnelian. Seeking vengeance on his own, you say? This calls for the utmost haste. When are they gonna give us the Hildebrand run as a mount? I wanna have that superpower. Wait for me, Inspector. We should shamble along as well. Yeah, Hildebrand is like friends to undead, so it's a funny story. It's a funny story. It's a funny set of side quests. Meanwhile, in the hidden depths of the Kaniloka corpus. You shouldn't clone yourself. The clone always tries to kill the original. Now that's a sickening sight. One bloodstained crime king was already too much. I don't recall sending you an invitation, Hard-boiled. But no matter. I am afforded the chance to test my newfound strength. Oof, the dames might have called you handsome once, but you might want to check a mirror. I feel it surging through me. The nigh unlimited power. He doesn't have the blood and guts stress that he does in Final Fantasy IX. This is based off of a boss in Final Fantasy IX. Behold the majestic form of the Lich. Let us begin with a demonstration of my ancestors' dominion over the undead. Can I pull up a thing real quick? The Lich, Final Fantasy IX. I want to show you guys what he's based on. Still getting used to OBS's like new source adding system. It adds an extra step that I don't like. This is what he is based on. But he's a little bit different. He doesn't have the big scythe claws, but his dress isn't like just a bunch of fucking organs and bones, which is kind of unfortunate. But more or less, it's kind of like it's an okay adaptation, kinda. Here we have the scariest zombies in the game. great. This keeps getting creepier. Gonna be one of those fights. During this battle, you will be fighting as Detective Hardboiled and gain access to the special dodge action. With the proper timing, you can use Molten Python to avoid taking damage, even if you are within the area of an enemy's attack. Certain enemy attacks will be preceded by a countdown icon. When this countdown progresses to the Molten Python icon, quickly use the Molten Python action. Oh, that dodges me to the left, okay. Yeah, it's a big AoE. Now you learn True Terror, Damn Servants, right? Oh. For the love of, just let him stay dead, cruel bastard. Rise again, my thralls, I command you. I can't read all the dialogue for this, unfortunately, because it's like a little bit hard to when you're in the fighting encounters. So it's getting real old real fast. Unliving minions, tear that man apart. Okay, here we go. Let us remember to always comport ourselves in a gentlemanly manner, everyone. The gentle undead. Hildebrand is like the true necromancer class of Final Fantasy XIV. Like, if we ever saw what kind of class he was, he's probably labeled as a necromancer or something. What just happened? He's moonwalking too. Forcing our zombie brethren to act against their will is simply unconscionable. Whilst I do not condone violence, the situation appears beyond a peaceful resolution. Allow me to assist. A soft-boiled savior in hell. Thanks, pal. You dare interfere? I'll kill you both. We got Final Fantasy IX boss music. Fear not, Detective. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, am here to help you win the day. What can a fool like you accomplish? Right, well, counting on you, buddy. The motorcycle is a fun move. I always like moves that kind of displace you around on the battlefield quickly. I am your doom. Anytime he casts something on me, I'm gonna like try to dodge. There is no escaping from this one. My rather robust fragrance. It hit that dolt full in the face. How could he still be standing? You irritating worms, but I have more magic at my disposal. Something wrong, Crime King? Think your crown is starting to slip? Kneel before my arcane majesty. You think that's all it takes to break us? Hildebrand just like embraces it. Can't keep a good guy down. Try again, bozo. Damn you. If that's how it must be, I will hold back nothing. So many murderous machines on a row, but we have just the answer to that. Detective, remember my electrifying handstand? Oh, okay. Curse you! More! I must have more! That all you got? Oh. My entire stock of armaments destroyed, but who is this foppish imbecile? I will not allow him to ruin my moment of triumph. Was that? What was that? I'll feel that in the morning. Die! Damn, he's getting fried. Inconceivable. No mortal can withstand such power. He just supercharged his ass. Violence is not the answer. Heh, he's one tough egg, and I reckon we could use that aether. Hildebrand, give me all the juice you got. Of course, detective. One moment. Our moment is come. Here's the limit break. Oh. A fun little fight. Would have been cool if it was a real trial fight, though. Sometimes Hildebrand does give us, like, trial fights. This one's for Norshu. Hold your fire, detective. Your assistant is alive. What did you say? Oh. I warned you about being soft, hard to boil. Will you never learn? I'd want to save such exquisite magecraft for more fitting victims, but now you clods will witness the ultimate spell firsthand. With unholy power drawn from the darkest abyss, I shall sever soul from corporeal anchor. Death! No. He could take it. Inspector! Hildebrand! He's actually dead. Oh, I've died. How un-Mandervillian of me. Well, they could actually Bah, I've slain the dolt instead, though. I'm glad to be rid of that most bothersome gnat. Is that Hildebrand's ghost? Oh, such bittersweet sorrow. A soul should dissipate soon after leaving the flesh, but lo, our resilient zombie overlord endures in spectral form. Hello? This battle isn't over. Even with your entire entourage of fools, you cannot contest our power combined. Uh-oh. By our powers combined. Touch fingers? Fusion. Ha. Oh my god. Holy shit. Master Zombabrand's spiritual essence has merged with Master Hardaboyle's physical form. It's brilliant. It's blinding. It's a pure gold soul. This changes nothing. Hardaboiled? It cannot be. Hardaboiled is not here right now. Oh my god. You can call us Hildebrand when your goose is cooked, my dear fellow. No evil can stand against the giant golden Manderville man. Ooh. The actual neck crack. See, he's fine, he's fine. Like I said, he's like a necromancer himself or something. Dude just cannot fucking die. Yes, you've learned the truth of it. Your precious Norshu never really died. Keshikai needed a subject for his soul transference experiments, and the task of procuring the victim fell to me. Your name, Hardaboiled, was atop of my hit list. I drew upon ancestral sorcery to cast you into a death-like sleep for ease of delivery, you understand, but then your meddling assistant threw herself into the spell's path and I was forced to settle for her instead. I had to dig up Norshu's corpse following the burial, then pro-offer her to Keshikai in place of your sorry hide. So it was her soul that ended up in that insect vessel. You bastard! You did that knowing how much I hate Oglops! Now, let us remain civilized. The process isn't entirely reversible. He's gonna start swimming back to his body. Oh dear, my apologies, but I feel the draw of an irresistible force. No, swim like you're in water. Oh, that's right, Master Zombabrand has died. In his untethered soul comes the call. If they actually kill Hildebrand, this is gonna be fucked up. See you on the other side, my friends. This is their way of like, we're never doing another Hildebrand thing again. Don't leave me behind, Inspector. That'd be fucked up if, like, yeah, no more future Hildebrand content. He's just actually dead. They're not gonna do that. His body's still breathing. We gotta drag that soft-soiled soul. Okay, yeah, they're not gonna kill him. They're not gonna kill him. I smote that simpleton with enough ultimate death magic to kill him 10 times over. There is no coming back. Must I do the dance? I have to do the dance. For Hildebrand. Well, hey now, don't tell me you've gone and cracked. Once he sees this, he's not gonna be able to resist. We've been doing this dance since A Realm Reborn. Oh, I say! Thanks to that stirring performance by my adventuring associate, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Inquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, have returned to life and am back on the case. The fucking... Is that NL's face from fucking One Piece? They actually fucking recreated that in Final Fantasy XIV? Hello, Colchis. But you can't. It's not possible. That's why I love these stupid fucking quests. Toughest guy I ever saw. Now, what about fixing Norshu? You can really get her back to normal? Your assistant's recumbent form is being held within this very facility. We need but extract her soul from the Oglop and reunite it with her original body. I had Keshikai provide me with step-by-step procedure for operating the transferus apparatus. It should pose no great difficulty to restore Mistress Norshu ourselves. Would you still love me if I was an Oglop? One day I will ask a girl that. She'd be like, no, I'll turn you into a brown stain. The rest of us should wait at the entrance, then. I think he's just, like, died of shock. No, he's still alive. It would have been funny if he himself just died. You know what? It stinks in here. Let's head outside. Detective, hard-boiled. She's not a Makote? Didn't see that one coming. Hey, Dollface. You're looking well. Hi, I'm Norshu. Thank you ever so much for putting me back in my own body. The resemblance to Nashu is, as you say, uncanny. Right? Like peas in a pod, I tell ya. The same one brain cell shared between all four of them. Right. I've had my fill of musty old labs. Time to blow this joint. Hey, who said you could ride the stallion? Surely once-fused fellows, such as ourselves, are above cursory formalities, such as asking for permission. Whoa! Watch that lightning! The chassis can't take a direct hit! He's gonna go blasting away into the sky as he always does at the end of a story, and then we see him in the next expansion. Oh my god, they fucking actually Back to the Futured him. What the fuck? Oh, wait for me, Inspector. Well, that explains how he's gonna be in Evercold. Fucking teleported to a different dimension. Gosh, that looked dangerous. He'll be fine. It's Night Stallion I'm worried about. It just had him repaired. How did I lose to such idiots? Am I dreaming? Surely this is a nightmare. I'll deliver Mr. Lots of Clots here to the Tin Men. You can head back with Norshu to my place in Solution 9. And I shall re-enter the facility to recruit from the remaining zombies. I bid you, gentle people, a good day. It'd actually be really funny if they added Necromancer as a real class in Final Fantasy XIV. And the prerequisite would be you have to do every single Hildebrand quest from every single expansion in order to unlock it. That'd be the greatest, like... We talked earlier about Kingdom Hearts fans that hate the Disney parts of Kingdom Hearts. There's Final Fantasy XIV fans that really fucking hate the Hildebrand parts of Final Fantasy XIV. To them, they hate, like, they just don't want to do these quests. It's side content they have no interest in, or they don't like how goofy it is. There was like a short time, like, was it in Shadowbringers, where we actually did not have any Hildebrand side quests, which actually fucking sucked. But they brought it back for Endwalker, and then they brought it back again for Dawntrail, and now they'll be bringing it back for Evercold. Hopefully. I hope they bring it back for Evercold. I hope they don't pull another Shadowbringers. But that was a Back to the Future reference, I'm fairly certain. And we are kind of like going back to the past in the next expansion. Perhaps there's going to be some like time fuckery that happens, I believe. Behind that rubbish receptacle is where I would hide and keep watch over the detective. It was surprisingly fun living as an Oglop, but boy am I glad to be back in my own body. That makes two of us. Couldn't imagine having one of those creepers as an assistant. I went and handed Carnelian over to the authorities. They'll restore him and all his monstrous pals to their original mook selves, then toss them in the slammer. In other words, that's all she wrote on the case of the fiendish fugitives. You're a handy fella to have around, Rickubus. As thanks for sticking with me, thick and thin, I made you a replica of Night Stallion. Doesn't have the same customizations, but it still runs plenty fast. Use this key when you're ready to ride. I have a gift for you too, of sorts. I made lots of friends while I was oglopped, and one of the little fellas has big dreams of traveling the world. Take him along on your adventures. He'll be fantastic company. My own Oglop buddy. I played Final Fantasy IX. I know what those are. Look at you embracing danger. I told you, those tiny devils are harbingers of death and disease. Oh, there's no such thing. Oglops are harmless, not to mention cute as a chitinous button. Right, well, it's your funeral. Keep it where you can see it or stow it away in your pack. Speaking of companions, I wonder where that gentleman fop and Nashu disappeared to. Not that I'm worried or anything, but I owe them a tip of the hat at the very least. Anyhow, Norshu and me are gonna go back to running our detective agency here in Solution 9. Hopefully we'll cross paths again on some other case. Our time together in the great alleyway of life was brief but golden, like the richest, yellowest of yolk. See you around, Rickubus. With the completion of inconceivably further Hildebrand adventures, you can now exchange MGP for a new Orchestrion role by speaking with the Gold Saucer attendant at the Gold Saucer. Ending cutscene. His trail had evaporated like the mist in the neon haze. The city carried on, uncaring. I fell into a familiar humdrum rhythm, my world gone curiously quiet. There was annoying absence of irritating yet endearing whimsy, but that's life, ain't it? No such thing as a perfect egg. Let me leave you with a few words of wisdom. If it ain't tough, it ain't boiled enough, but sometimes a man needs to be gentle. Who are you talking to, detective? It didn't explode. Looks like a Shirley Temple, and it just makes me want a Shirley Temple. Hildebrand will return. Please. Let him return. Oh, an egg. In these trying times. Gently does it. Where's that key? Did I use the key already? Where was it? There it is. Let's go to the Dawn Throne, because that's where I like to usually go when I look at new mounts. This is where our buddy Magni that you saw earlier in the stream lives. Yeah, this is our new mount. Night Stallion, though it's like a... It's a clone of Night Stallion. I like how it's, it looks kind of anthropomorphized with its head. Like, this little thing looks like its eyes, and the gun on the front kind of looks like a nose. And it, you know, it's supposed to be like a horse. It's animal-like, but in a cool machinery way. Where it has its own look of personality. So yeah, if you don't want to spend, like, what is it, like 7 million to get... Oh, what is it? What is it? The Airwheeler A9. Which is essentially kind of like the same mount, but... You know, it just looks different. And I could get Night Stallion and have something similar enough, if not even cooler than this, but... Yeah. Where's the Oglop? No, that's a Soothing Sea Beast. Where's the Oglop? That's the Budvi. There's the Oglop. The Oglop is a variety of insect that has existed in the 9th since ancient times. While considered a noxious pest in urban centers such as Everkeep, it is viewed with more leniency by folk in the countryside who prize the rare oil that can be harvested from its glossy wings. You wouldn't believe the trouble they can cause, is the hidden text. Yeah, we got our little Oglop buddy. Jumps around when we pet it. Hand over. It eats from our hand when we use hand over. There's the 2 emotes that you can do with a minion. And they usually react in a way. Sometimes they have hidden interactions with other minions of the same species or opposing species. Hello, Dubious. But yeah, it's been like 3 hours now. Let's head back to the Gold Saucer. Let's buy that Orchestrion roll as well while we're at it. Let's see, registerable. Oh, music and furnishings. Final Fantasy IX Battle 2. That's probably gonna get content claimed on YouTube, because apparently a lot of Final Fantasy IX music gets content claimed on YouTube. Same with Final Fantasy XI, I've come to learn from past streams. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like weird that this soundtrack for this game is completely fine, but the older stuff is very, very protected by Square Enix sometimes. Oh, I got a perfect 10k. Damn. Alright, let's go home. Here's my inflatable bastards from earlier. I kind of do love having these as lawn ornaments now. Now they just need to give us a underground pool, and that would be great. I would love to like have a pool in the front yard. They look really nice. Like how reflective they are. For this seasonal event, it's a shame we only get this one as a mount. I would... My biggest criticism is I really wanted the Chocobo. I would have preferred the Chocobo way more. We lose this one, Choco Bros. The bomb's okay. I would say in order I would want Chocobo, then the bomb, then the Mog. My least preferred one. I like Moogles, but, you know. I think we have enough Moogle mounts, and some people would say the same for Chocobos, because I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Chocobos. And there's like, what? Two, wait, there's only one... I feel like I thought there was another Moogle. I'm not sure. Well, yeah, Yokai Watch event is out too. Do that if you give a shit about it. Here's your ultimate mount that you get for that. The Jibanyan chair. And then you got the Wibble Wobbles that you could buy new to this event. Rerun of the event. Which is, they could have gave us more, but they somehow feel like they just gave us less. Last time it was a new what are they called? The plates for your little in-game profile and everything. They gave us Yokai Watch plate set. And then this time they just give us 3 pieces of furniture that no one in their right mind is going to display in their home. Pulper of Inquiry. Let me just go to my checklists. I use a website called ffxivcollect.com. And it's very useful for keeping track of everything that you need. And everything that you have. I would highly recommend using it. It automatically takes care of mounts and minions because those are tracked on the lodestone. So those check off automatically. But stuff like Orchestrion rolls And some other items, like triple triad cards. It's useful to have this website on hand. You just gotta do a little thing where you kind of link your Lodestone profile with a special code, and then once the website reads your profile on the Lodestone, it goes, oh, okay, we're going to attach this to this user now. So it doesn't officially link your account in any way. It just reads a code that's unique to you that it asks you to put on your profile to verify that it's your character. And from there on, it keeps track of your fashion accessories, I believe glasses, eyewear are also tied to it, minions and mounts. But stuff like Chocobo, sorry, I'm going through my menus right now. All the Chocobo Bardines and stuff. There's a whole bunch of checklists. If you like having checklists and going down in a therapeutic way, I highly recommend it. And there's ways to filter cash shop items and exclusive event items. But yeah, let's see if I can head back to Costa del Sol now, or is it still completely barricading me from entrance? That's probably what the emergency maintenance is for tonight, I imagine. Is they're probably going to have to add instances to Costa del Sol so people could actually fucking get in. And I managed to get in. Got this fucking flying gorilla ruining my view. It's fine. This is Final Fantasy XIV now. We also have flying mechanical gorillas, but you've already seen weirder stuff today. So it shouldn't really come as a surprise that we have some really goofy, funny, stupid-ass shit in this game. Here. G-pose. I could do this thing where I only show myself and I could hide that gorilla. And then I can also animations, emotes. We could change the filter of the colors here. Make it a little bit more vibrant. And we could undo the enable depth of field, or we can make it just not as intense as it currently is. Just give it a little tiny bit of softness. And I can zoom in the camera too. Whoa. Need to adjust the depth of field now again. Poor little bastard is so tired after today's adventure. Hildy becoming an electric Beyblade. Yep, that was like his superpower this arc, and then the fusion at the end too is Hildebrand quests are always a joy. If you could do those blind, I highly would recommend doing Hildebrand quest blind because it's more enjoyable that way. They're like a hidden little thing in Final Fantasy XIV that if you go out of your way to do optional quests, you'll have a really good time with them. I promise. If you like goofy stuff. I like goofy stuff. But yeah, I think that's about it today for Final Fantasy XIV. Yeah, there we go. Wow. So thanks again for lurking, and thanks for watching and hanging out with me today. Sorry I've been doing so many Final Fantasy XIV streams lately. If you're watching over on YouTube, which I highly doubt you are. It's a Final Fantasy 14 VOD. Those usually aren't the most popular VODs. I mean, none of my VODs are really ever popular. YouTube is rolling out their new monetization system, which has double the requirements of the one that already exists. Thank you, AI bullshit, for punishing real people even more, now that YouTube is trying to purge AI shit in basically punishing real humans as a result of that. Always fun. The dream is dead that I will ever amount to anything on YouTube or Twitch. Everything's kind of fallen apart thanks to AI. It's kind of fucked up. All PC parts are getting super expensive now. Once this PC dies, I'm probably graduating as a streamer. And I'm graduating into real life, where I can no longer be on the internet unless I use the fucking phone, which I hate. I hate using the phone for the internet. It feels so fucking wrong as someone who has always preferred desktops. But yeah, let me see who is currently online that I could send you guys over to. Got jump scared by myself. Friends are doing a collab. Some people I normally don't get to raid. Let's see, what are the games? Sharin the Wanderer. Agent 64, Spies Never Die. Devil May Cry. I don't know. I think I'll just send you guys over to a big streamer today instead of a friend. Cause why the hell not? It makes it easier for me to mosey on out and go start doing whatever I want to do in post-stream. So, in this case, I'm probably gonna try and get some YouTube stuff done, make up a thumbnail for the last stream, and then also work at uploading this stream and making a thumbnail as well. So I got a busy hour or two ahead of me after this stream. When it comes to fucking streaming and YouTube and all that, there's a lot of work a lot of people don't think about. Making thumbnails fucking sucks. I'm so amazed that for like 3 years I was able to like hand draw almost every single thumbnail that I've done. And at this point, I'm just so exhausted of drawing and making thumbnails. It's like my least favorite part now, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks. I wish I could get my motivation back to draw, but the entire internet's kind of like fucking falling apart right now, and it just kind of sucks to be an artist on the internet in general. So even if I do draw a lot of the time, it's not even really public anymore. I just kind of, you know, it's usually just small doodles or little gifts for friends that I never make public, or stuff that I just never show anyone at all. Which, yeah, I don't know. Uploading it to the internet, having it data harvested and fed into an AI thing is not fun. It's not fun. But yeah, thanks for watching. Thanks for lurking. If you're in the Discord, thanks as well. If you're following on YouTube, if you're watching through YouTube, thank you as well, VOD watchers. I do appreciate you. I hope you continue to enjoy the streams that I make, and I'll see you guys next time. Until then, farewell, oyasumi, goodbye, and have a good night. Bye-bye.